Look at you, friendly friend, you're back. PulseX, PLSX. My target is 49x. A lot of people are going to get upset because you're going to be asking me, hey, you misspelled 1000x, 10,000x. What's happening? Sit down, put your socks on, put your mittens on. I'm going to go through how the market values DEXs and why 49x is optimistic. Okay? Now, I want to be wrong, man. I want to be wrong way more than you. If you want to give me 300x, baby, let's do it. I'm just showing you. I've gone through the numbers. We're going to go through them together. Right now, based off today, we'd be really offside. And based off a bull market expectation, we're probably going to get 49x. It doesn't mean it's valued that. It could go higher, could go lower. It's just this is about where things might land based off some targets, right? And you're going to see the assumptions, man. Let's go through them. So, obviously, it all starts with Bitcoin and Ethereum. We need them to go up. If they don't go up, we're all going to zero. Okay? So, don't even worry about them. So, yeah, if Ethereum goes to $10,000, that'll be 1 trillion market cap, okay? 1 trillion. Okay? 1 trillion. There's a big difference, right? If it goes to like 18 to 20,000, you have 2 trillion. So that's a lot of leeway, right? It's a big gap. But I just need you to know, all my valuations come from this. If Ethereum can't push smart contracts up here, we're all going to zero. It's over, okay? So let's continue. Uniswap is one of the big pillars of crypto, the core infrastructure, DEX, one of the most amazing technological advancements of crypto, quite amazing. Now, what I've done is I've grabbed the volume for total Uniswap V2, V3. It's about 1.3 billion per day, 24 hours, okay? And what I've done is here, I've actually got the market cap of Uni, because Uniswap, they are unlocking tokens for themselves every year. So I've got the market cap here. And we peaked at 20 to 22 billion in the last cycle, right? So, I mean, you got it for free, but you can see that, wow, infinite return, right? You couldn't even buy here, by the way. You had to get around here. So, yeah, whoop-de-doo, 70x. If you can get that, right? Maybe not even. Because if you look at the real number, you couldn't get that, right? I want to look at the real number. Let's have a check. Yeah, it's about, you have to get like $2. You couldn't get $1.50, man. This is the first day. Yeah, so you get about $2.30. Wow, 16 to 17x. It's a useless governance token, right? But that's what happened. So we've looked at market cap of Uni, and it's really important to see because I have this 100 billion number. Now, I think crypto should grow bigger than this. However, this is where the numbers start to get serious because, friends, you can't like game something up there. You need big US dollars coming in religiously to keep the bid up there at those prices. You can't have like these momentary bursts of euphoria to scam something with this valuation, right? So I think Coinbase gapped up at 100 billion, went down 90%, okay? So can Uniswap get there? I think it can, man. I think it can. And look, I want it to go higher, but I'm just going to do a very basic fib extension. You know, you do a 4.236 on top, you get about 98 billion. So that's about where it's going to go. So from here, and by the way, unfortunately, like we've collapsed, man. We're down 80 to 90%. This is the market cap value. So the coin's down even lower, right? So from here, yeah, you get your 20x from the low. And you're thinking, wow, 20x is great, but you're in crypto for 100x, man. So, you know, let's just calm down. So Uni, right? It's doing 1.3 billion of 24-hour volume, all right? So the market gives it that valuation. It's about 4.8 billion. And what I've done is I've went to Pancakeswap for Binance. And what I've seen is here, coincidentally, I've got this information here with you, right? So Pancakeswap does about 10% of Uniswap's volume, 114 million. But let's read this juicy information together that I've collected here just for you in a neat package. So look at that price valuation comparison between Uni and Pancake. So Cake is only 13% of the size of Uniswap in market cap. All right, so let's just say 10%. Yeah, it's about 1/10, right? 600 million versus 4.7 billion. All right, so Cake right now is 600 million. So that's already danger for our PulseX, right? Activity volume. Cake is about 10% of Uniswap volume. So your conclusion, right? The market roughly values them in line with each other. Cake does 1/10 of the volume, so you get 1/10 of the price. I don't think that's a coincidence, okay? So very interesting to think about. So I want you to remember this, right? Pancakeswap is 600 million valuation. Now, if you remember, in PulseX, which is what we're all here for, let's get, and I've got a lot of numbers here. PulseX, we sacrificed 970 million. So what I'm going to do is make an assumption that that is our market cap. We basically bought PulseX at near 1 billion valuation, okay? And I know it's hard to swallow, but we're not worth that much. Now, I think we should be 1000x. Yes, sir, of course, because I'm long, sir. I know you got to swallow the bullet, man. Right? If you want to make it in this game with me, it's hard, but please we're going to have to go through this info together. I know it hurts, and this is it, right? So a lot of people have said to me, oh, but the hex is never going to get sold, so you can't counter. Yes, you do counter. It's about what people put in. We value stuff based off what we put in, right? How hard are we going to be willing to shield and to value it ourselves? It all depends on that. So, yes, the fact that we put in 500 million of hex at that price to sacrifice in, it's counted, okay? So, it's not even a discussion. We bought it at 1 billion market cap. So, here's the unfortunate part, okay? If we go to where we sacrificed to now, you see this little number? We're 90% offside, okay? I think that's a hard pill to swallow, but effectively, we bought PulseX at 1 billion valuation. If it was released today, right now, worst case, we're 90% down. You know, that's it. We paid $1 billion for something that's worth 100 million. And you say to me, no, I love the community. And I don't care, man. I don't care if you love it or not. I love it too. I'm just telling you. Look at Uniswap and Pancakeswap's volume. And look how the market values DEXs. We are doing no volume. You know what I mean? We're still gambling here, right? So, and why I used Pancakeswap is it's the number 2 in crypto. BNB is right under ETH. We've got a lot of ground to cover, okay? So, I've got more information for you, all right? Now, which part should we start with first? Let's look at something juicy, friends. So, I want you to go and remember we're offside. If they released PulseX right now, we're offside. I'm sorry, we're direct, all right? It hurts. And we're doing no volume, so we don't even exist yet. And we bought something at $1 billion market cap valuation. Now, that's not our fault. That's not anyone's fault. There were too many people excited. It would have been nice if only 300 million sacrificed for it. Because my 49x final valuation target for us would be 150x. Wouldn't that be cool? But it is what it is, man. Like, we couldn't have controlled it. You didn't know how many people were going to put in. By the way, remember, this is non-origin address money. So this has nothing to do with the origin address. This is everyone around us, all right? So it's just unfortunate we had to buy at the top of the bull market. That's it, okay? And yeah, man, that sucks. And Hex went down with everything else. We can't do anything about it. So this is the interesting part. You're probably wondering, wait a minute. Going off Pancakeswap and Uniswap, PulseX, we're fucking destroyed, right? No. I am going to be optimistic. I'm going to put my bull-tard cap on, and I'm going to value PulseX based off the strong first cycle marketing that I think the community can do to onboard people. Because remember, the community is the asset, not the code, right? And maybe people will suspend belief for volume missing, right? So what I've done is here, I've got this first piece of information. Let's go look at this. So first you will say, hey man, 49x is way too low. Hex did 10,000x. I'll say, sit down. Friends, there's something called Metcalfe's law. We're going to go through it now. So Hex had, 4,000 people at the start. I don't know the real number. I just heard this, right? 4,000 people at the start. This is going to blow your mind, all right? What I'm about to tell you is going to blow your mind. Put your socks on. Please have your socks on for this. Using Metcalfe's law, right? We went from, we grew from 4,000 people to 120,000 people. That's a 30x. Right, Metcalfe's law says the value of the network. So Metcalfe law, right? Value of network equals number of users squared. Okay? That's Metcalfe's law. So we did a 30x on people. So if you do 30x squared, you get a 900 multiplier. Right? I'm gonna blow your mind, Sona. Please put on your socks right now. Please. From day one, Hex, I'm gonna blow your mind right now. Isn't it amazing? This is where 900x is. Let's just say 1000x. Righty? From day one Uniswap listing. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Metcalfe's law works for crypto. It's a network. It works for Apple, works for Amazon. It actually works for them. I've been saying it since day one. Congratulations if you discovered it with me. We are ahead of everyone else. Don't worry about price to earnings. It's all about the network. I know you've just put your cotton socks on. Well, get ready to put your mittens on, because now we're going to do some moon maths. So Hex grew 30x the users, right? And it did 900x in people. And remember, this video is about PulseX. So PulseX had, here we go, more juicy information for you. That's why you watch me, man. All right, so how many people sacrificed for PulseX? It was 140,000. Don't give me this mid-curve. But some of them are double accounts. Who cares, man? Just take a rough number. 140,000 people for PulseX. And my moon math is, can we grow to 1 million people? You know Shiba Inu? The doggy dog coin, the golden miracle crypto meme that did 280,000x in 2021. In 2001 January, it had 1,000 people holding. By the end of the year, December 31st, 2021, it was up to 1.2 million people, okay? Metcalfe's law actually worked for it, all right? So actually, I can't remember if it was 1,000 or 10,000 it started with, but if you do the numbers and how much it grew, and I actually tracked it over time, I posted it on my Twitter, Metcalfe's law works. It's absolutely insane. So that's how I think. I'm just thinking, with our belief and our utility and a new logo and first cycle, I think if SHIB can get to 1 million people, then PulseX should be able to get to 1 million holders. Should, right? And if we do, that is a 7x growth on the users. You square 7, you get a 49x multiplier. However, if we go back to the Hex chart, remember that it's not an exact science, man. So look at this, you know, and your 900x got you to this price, 21 cents, right? So it still doubled after that, you know? It still doubled. It went to 52 cents. So maybe PulseX has that final euphoria and someone does another 2x at the end. Maybe that 49x becomes 98x. You round it up 100x, right? So this is where, you know, the rubber beats the road. So how do you want to value this? Mid-curvers, I believe mid-curvers are going to look at the volume. And I think what's going to happen is we're going to, if we're successful, friends, we can onboard enough people to make everyone suspend disbelief, all right? And look, I'm just going to tell you now, you know, like, yeah, Hex went to 50 cents, went down to 1.6. Yeah, maybe it's possible PulseX goes all the way up and then retraces most of the moves that you're up, like barely anything from your sacrifice. That's still possible. Don't rule anything out. So there you go. That is the target, man. PulseX. Day 1 SAC PLSX target equals 49x. There you go, friends. I love you all.